Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here. Not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Kickoff fielded inside the 20. The coverage team brings it down at the 26. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it here. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Now it's second down here. Back's got it again. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
And the Tar Heels line up on 1st and 10 now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up the first down here on this next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's press coverage now from these DBs. They're going to run it. Matt gets the carry. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
And the Tar Heels look to keep this drive moving. He's swarmed by the defense. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. the opening drive. They moved it, but now face a third down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And the ball is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. Inside the 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And the defense joins the party with a pick six.
Boy, that's a 14-point swing on the opening drive. Instead of worrying about giving up points, not only do they come up with this interception, but to take it into the end zone, they're an extra point away from really giving their offense an edge.
But they'll try to add the lead down with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. Powers through a tackle. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
The gain makes it second and medium. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up a third down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. And on this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to war. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
They'll kick it away here. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. A juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. And the Huskers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Quarterback making some changes at the line. On third down, he drops to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
You know, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I would keep looking to throw the ball downfield. These receivers are too talented, and this quarterback has an ability to get into a rhythm, and eventually you're going to hit some big plays.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Needs a completion here on 4th down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a...
Nobody can bring him down. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4. And the Tar Heels looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
It's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Nebraska 7, North Carolina 0.
An exciting start to the quarter here as the offense facing a 3rd and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with the field goal, or this close to the goal line, take a chance and try to get that touchdown.
4th and goal from the 2. Can this defense come up with a huge stop? Makes a quick catch. And he'll get there. Touchdown, North Carolina. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And they tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped. The opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Makes a quick grab.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. On the move, looking deep. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
And the wideout goes in motion. They'll change the pre-snap look now. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Looking for his back. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They finally make the stop, but a huge gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory, down at the 49. Good job there finding the back on that angle route. The timing was perfect there.
Yeah, effective 3rd down play to be able to move the chains. I really like the cut there on the route by the running back, getting across the middle of the field. And like you said, the quarterback does a nice job of getting the ball out of his hands quickly to give the back a chance to not only catch the ball, but get the yards for the 1st down.
Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Less than a yard to go as they cover the line on second down. Here comes a handoff. Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, Chris, this back is so talented. Picks up another first down. The Nebraska faithful love to see the ball in his hands, just like they've loved to see the backs over the years. Think about T.O., Tom Osborne, when he had the backs going, Mike Rozier and Lawrence Phillips and Amon Green, Roger Craig going way back. More recently, Amir Abdullah, Rex Burkhead. Boy, oh boy, they've had some fun backs to watch.
The Cornhuskers moving quickly down the field here. Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. The Huskers come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Pass not complete. The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he's got it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Cornhuskers begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
You see more and more offenses in college football going with 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. It's a run. Running back's got it. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. And the Huskers will line up here on 1st down and goal. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
And he gets into the end zone, so it builds the lead to 8 now. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and clean the lead before the break. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Finally brought down, but the option produces a big gain that time. That's great execution.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
There's a 1st and 10 play. They'll try the option play here. He'll toss it to the back. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. That's a design quarterback keeper. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
So now from the 29, it's 3rd down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left, perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And that's incomplete, just 8 seconds remaining now.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Bringing pressure. It's a very quick throwaway. No man in the area, and here comes the flag for intentional grounding. This will likely be the last play of the half. Now they'll run it on the toss. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. Trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg. Minutes going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Tar Heels will kick this away to begin the 2nd half. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? And he drops back in the gun. He'll take a deep shot. Downfield shot, ball's incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
They went for it and failed on fourth down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. The pocket breaking down. And it's a sack. They gamble and go for it, but the defense a huge stop on fourth and goal.
It's just not a smart decision, in my opinion, here to go for it on fourth down. And, Chris, I know we're kind of in this era now of analytics and when to go for it, when not to. People are aggressive by nature, but to go for it inside your own 20-yard line, the defense lined up, did what they had to do. They get the ball, and now look at the field position that they have.
So the ball moved back to the 12 for second and goal. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on third and goal. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. And that one's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? He's at the 50. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
It's third and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring them.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. The Cornhuskers hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Heading left after the handoff. Physical running, fights off the defender. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Second down play coming up. They'll hand it off. Unleashes the stiff arm. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense has been set up with a first down and goal.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Ball back at the 6 for second and goal off that loss. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The play sets up a third and goal from the 5 now. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They'll look to throw it on third and goal. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
It's 4th and goal from the 5, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. But it's incomplete. A 4th down stop. Turnover on downs.
Chris, the design of this play is perfect. Everything you want to see. The quarterback puts the ball on the money. The ball's right in his arms. All he has to do is catch it for a touchdown, and he drops it on 4th down.
And the single back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. And he's got some open field ahead. Inside the 10.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
1st and goal, handoff. Stop there for no gain, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter.
Nebraska 15, North Carolina 10.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. Quarterback still with the football. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Urgency here in the 4th quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Receiver in motion now. 3rd and goal to try to make it on the ground. And the stop made just short of the goal line. They'll put it at the 2.
What a stop by this defense here on 3rd down and goal. They've been put in a very tough situation, and 3 straight plays, they've stepped up. Now, a big decision for the head coach for the offense. What is he going to do here after those 3 plays? Is he still going to try to get this touchdown?
Big play for both teams. Can the offense punch it in? 4th and goal from the 2. And they're trying to punch it in here. He didn't make it. Stopped short. That is a crucial turnover on downs here in this tight football game.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big 1st half. And he's already at it again.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Tailback with another carry. And the Tar Heels pick up enough yardage to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Finding some room at the 25. He saw it, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
And the Tar Heels with 1st and 10 here. Takes the handoff, runs it off left tackle.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And they'll use the ground game here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
The important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the 1st down. The sure hands. It's Green. They keep the drive going. It's a 1st down to the 46.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch to the back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
2nd down after that previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's going to take off here.
Chris, the advantage there obviously was with the defense on 3rd down and long. And they do a good job at taking away things downfield, but, man, you got to account for the quarterback taking off and running. Nobody does, so he gets big yards, and now he gives the offense a chance here on 4th down.
Here we are late in a 1-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. That's reeled in. It's Green. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another 1st down.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. This quarterback with the game on the line makes a play to keep this drive alive and keep their hopes alive.
The pass is caught. Finds room at the 30. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So that huge gain quickly sets up a 1st and goal just inside the 10. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. And they stop the clock with a timeout, 9 seconds remaining. Second down and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. Can they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
And a great game comes down to this. Time for one final play, and they've got to get it in the end zone for the score with a shot to win the game.
This could be the biggest play so far. 4th and goal. And this offense is down. Needs this. And a timeout is taken. Just 2 seconds left on the clock. So trailing in the final quarter of a close game, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. He's into the end zone, but there is a marker on the play. Let's check that out. It's always a special year, but after all the work you put in, you can call yourselves champions of the Big Ten. And now with the playoff spot locked up, the spotlight gets even brighter. You're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they continue to pursue a national championship. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.